Good evening, Internet. Shroom here. Tonight I'm going to play some Pioneer, and it was bound to happen when Birds of Karlov Manor was released. I got some great pieces for my Roiling Burn Boros deck. What is Roiling Burn? Let's take a look. So we are a Boros deck built around Roiling Vortex, this 1-mana enchantment that pings everyone for 1 each turn, and for 1 mana can let us shut down our opponent's life gain. However, we are under no such restriction, so we are free to gain life, and that's the whole concept of this deck. We're racing, we're counting to 20, killing our opponent, making sure they don't gain life, while we are using our creatures and spells to gain life and burn them in the face simultaneously. And what is a great piece that we obtained from Birds of Karlov Manor? Why, it is Lightning Helix, of course. This card is like a dream come true for this deck. It is absolutely perfect. It's a lightning bolt and a healing salve tied together at instant speed. We had been running Sacred Fire, and we still are running Sacred Fire as a 4-of, as a poor substitute for Lightning Helix, but now we have the real deal, so that's just awesome. Had to play this deck again at some point, just because we got Lightning Helix back into Pioneer for the first time. The other piece we're playing from MKM is Aurelia's Vindicator, so it's a 4-mana, 4/2 Flying Lifelink Ward 2, which is already pretty good. Like, we want lifelink creatures because we're looking to gain life. We're trying to outrace our own Roiling Vortex as well as what our opponent's doing on their board, etc. So things that gain us life are really good, especially big evasive threats that have high power like this does. And Ward 2 means that it's difficult to remove as well. It also has this disguise ability. So disguise means for 3 mana, we can play it face down as a 2/2 Ward 2. And then we can flip it face up for 3 a white and X. When it is turned face up, exile up to X other target creatures from the battlefield and/or creature cards from graveyards. And then when it leaves the battlefield, those exiled cards return to their owner's hand, not to the battlefield, which is kind of cool. As far as O-ring effects go, it doesn't put the stuff back on the battlefield, which is nice. So this is just a big, chunky, life-linking flyer that's hard to kill, or expensive to kill at least, that can also act as a removal piece, like a hard removal piece, against things that our burn spells may not be able to kill as well. So the rest of the deck is loaded with burn spells and burn enhancers, pretty much. We've got, of course, a full playset of Spikefield Hazards in our mana base. We've got a 1-of Play with Fire. We're still running the 4-of Sacred Fire because we just want effects that gain us life. This is a small burn spell that gains us life. We can flash it back for 6. You know, it was our poor man's Lightning Helix for the longest time. Now we actually have Lightning Helix, so it is pretty much outshone, but we still have it in the deck anyway because we want that life. 4-of Lightning Strikes. We got the 4-of Heartflame Duelist, which was an awesome addition from Wilds of Eldraine. It's a 3-mana, Lightning Strike, which isn't great, but then it flips over. It on its front side, actually, it's a 3/1 that makes our instant and sorcery spells have lifelink, which is awesome. That means that when we Lightning Helix, we actually gain 6 life, because Lightning Helix just states that it gains us 3, but our spell also has lifelink, so we gain an additional 3 life if we have a Heartflame Duelist on the battlefield. So that's our suite of straight up burn spells, and all of our burn spells can target anything. Of course, they can target creatures, planeswalkers, players, perhaps most importantly. We also have a number of effects that enhance our burn spells, not as many as we used to. This is one area that I've sort of cut back from previous iterations. We've got 1 Mechanized Warfare that adds +1 to all of our burn. Karolus basically does the same thing, adds 1 to all of our burn spells. 2-of Solphim doubles all of our non-combat damage, and it can be made indestructible by discarding 2 cards and paying some mana and/or life. Torbran adds +2 damage to everything that we to every red source that we have, creature or non-creature. And Ojer Axonil makes all of our stuff hit for 1 minimum. That includes our hit for 4 minimum, rather. That includes all of our Roiling Vortex pings. If we have Axonil, they ping for 4 damage each turn instead of just 1. He's also a 4/4. He makes everything do a minimum of 4 damage. If he dies, he becomes a land that can flip over. It's a little hard to flip him over, but if we deal 4 damage, we can pay some mana at sorcery speed to flip him back over. And then we've got a couple of adult gold dragons, just as big top end for the deck. 4 mana. 4/3 Flying Life Haste is a good hasty evasive creature that can gain us some life on the spot. Might be just what we need to help us win our races. And then we've got, just to help us find our pieces that we need, we've got a 3-of Mazemind Tome. I'm a big fan of this card in non-blue decks that have a hard time gaining card advantage. The fact that this can gain us life is super awesome. I like this more than Bankbuster in this deck because I do value the scribes, making sure that we make our land drops on time and draw our Roiling Vortexes when we need to. and that life gain is just going to be critical to this strategy. And then rounding off the deck, we have a couple of Get Lost, just as sort of hard removal. Because sometimes, you know, the problem with red removal is that some stuff can get too large to kill it. So Get Lost is just sort of a catch-all for those things that slip through the cracks, like Shieldrids, that kind of thing. It also can destroy enchantments, so it can hit those Fable of the Mirror Breakers, for instance. Total of 24 lands in the list. We want our lands to not ping us as much as possible. We do have 2 Sacred Foundries. Hopefully we'll be able to play those tapped a lot of the time. We've got 1 Restless Bivouac as a creature land. We've got the aforementioned 4 of Spikefield Hazards and a couple of Field of Ruins. And then a good mix of just basics and dual lands. And 1 Sokenzan. The sideboard contains 3 Unlicensed Hearse for graveyards. I like Unlicensed Hearse for this deck because we actually do use our graveyard. We do want to be able to flash back our Sacred Fires. 3 Damping Spheres for Lotus Field and Phoenix decks. A couple of Settle the Wreckage, our sweepers against mid-range decks. 1 Brotherhood End. There's additional sweeper against low-to-the-ground decks like the Boros Convoke deck. Get Lost is another hard removal piece. A couple of Redains are good against, you know, like, it's good against Lotus Field, good against blue-white control, the Money Pile decks, anything that wants to drop big, fat stuff. A couple of Chandra Awakened Infernos are for control, and 1 Rip Apart is good for Rakdos, you know, can kill all those Goblin tokens, the Blood Tithe Harvesters, and the Fables, so it's good for that. And that is the plan. We are looking to outrace our opponents with our Roiling Vortex and our life gain effects. They're not going to be able to gain life. We are, and we're going to do it a lot with our burn spells and our life gain and our lifelink creatures. So I like this particular iteration. I haven't had a chance to playtest this particular build very much because I made some last-minute tweaks. So let's see how we do in Pioneer. I'm going to play some matches on the practice queue. And if you like off-meta, off-kilter MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Okay, our opponent is Rix 1. We're going to be on the draw. And our hand looks fine. We've got Roiling Vortex. We've got burn spells, including a Lightning Helix. Okay, they're a Yorion, which means they're slow. So that's a good sign. I think a lot of Yorion decks like to gain life as well, which we can shut down. So we'll keep this for sure. It does mean they're going to be a Leyline Binding deck, but we have a Get Lost. So let's lead on what? Spikefield Hazard? We probably aren't going to want to play Spikefield Hazard as a burn spell, so we'll just play it as a tap land. Planes. Okay, we'll go Inspiring Vantage into Vortex. Counter? Counter, okay. So are they Yorion control? That would be annoying. Just 80 card blue-white control, basically. What do I want to do here? Got a handful of burn spells. I'll just end step, do some burn. Fable. All right, let's see if every match we play against Fable these matches, or just every other match. So a question here is, do I get lost the Fable? And I think the fact that I drew a second get lost means that I do. They just pick up Yorion. Okay, we do have a get lost for that. Let's burn him in the face. Alright. Let's burn him in the face. And play our Duelist. So now I'd like to draw Mazemind Tomes. Or just more burn spells, I guess. Chain to the rocks on the Duelist. Okay, sure. Yorion has nothing to bounce, if that's what they're doing. Also, Roiling Vortex would be a good draw. Alright, so let's get lost the Yorion. We can actually flash back our Sacred Fire now. We'd like to draw some action, though. Okay, they're cycling a Triome. Might not have been necessary to get lost the Yorion. He's only a 4/5 flyer. He already gets his value when he ETBs. Okay. Aurelia's Vindicator. Do I just play it face up? I guess so. There's nothing for it to exile right now, so let's just play it as a 4/2 flying lifelink ward. Alright, they don't have a removal spell for it. That's good. Let's attack. Hit him for 4. Path to the World Tree. Search your library for a basic land, reveal it. Sack it, you gain 2 life and draw 2 cards. Target opponent loses 2 life, deals 2 damage to up to 1 target creature. Create a 2/2 bear. Okay. So they don't have enough mana to crack it and pay ward, I don't think. Nimble Larcenist. Alright, let's just bolt your face. And then with that trigger on the stack, we'll Spikefield Hazard the Larcenist. Roiling Vortex would be an amazing draw. Or just another Lightning Strike or a Lightning Helix. Torbran? Torbran's not bad. They no more lies? Okay. Well, they have 3 life. They can go up to 5 with this. We're at 33. We've got a burn spell that we can flash back. Alright, they kill the Vindicator. Okay, come on, deck. Need a little help here. I think I'll just do this while they're tapped down. Omen. Elder Gargaroth. Up the beanstalk. Well, they did that in the wrong order. Alright. I'm still looking for Roiling Vortex. Another path to the World Tree. Well, that was a pretty nutty sequence there. Pretty nutty indeed. We just draw land. Alright. This might be getting away from us, because now they can draw, they can explore a bunch with their Gargaroth, and they can gain life. I need the Roiling Vortex. Or like Mazemind to draw it. They're gaining life. Moonblessed Cleric. So they're, what, interminable annoyance? Is that what they are? Yep. Roiling Vortex, a couple of turns too late. But I guess I'm playing it. I mean, I could get a spectacular series of draws. I would need one. Like Ojer Axel, plus some burn. They gain 2 life. Leyline Binding, of course. To get rid of the Roiling Vortex. Alright. Well, we drew that a couple of turns too late. That was unfortunate. So we definitely want Redains. We want Rip Apart. We want Settle the Wreckage, I think, and Get Lost. Do we want Chandra? Nah, that ought to be good. Our smaller burn spells aren't gonna be the best. We'll add a Chandra. Got a couple of flames. I don't know. Do we need to Settle the Wreckage? We probably don't need to Settle the Wreckage, right? We've got the 3 Get Lost. We've got our burn spells. Let's get our Chandras going. Keep one of each of our damage boosting effects. But we had a lot of really good draws there. Couple more cuts. I like the Duelist. Let's just cut the Sacred Fires, I guess. All right. Hopefully they won't have, you know, a counterspell for our turn 2 Roiling Vortex. There's no way they have Spell Pierce. Yeah, they play a tap land turn 1. Alright, let's go with the Vortex. They shock. Alright, land is good. Let's go for a Mazemind Tome. They're gonna counter. Okay. They shock again. Fable. Fair card. Let's go ahead and just kill that Goblin Shaman. Discard 2 lands. Man. There was a time when this card didn't exist. And Magic was just so much more fun. I complain about this card a lot. It's probably my most hated card in all of Magic the Gathering. Interminable Annoyance, sure. Return target enchantment that isn't a god from your graveyard to your hand. Sure. You can cast spells as though they had flash. Cost 1 less for each card your opponents have drawn this turn. Yeah, whatever. Loop your Fable. Let's just bolt your face, I guess. Land is good. Let's go with the dragon. Alright, so they gotta deal with the dragon or they're dead. Or gain some life. They didn't destroy the Roiling Vortex with Besiege You. They just play Fable. Now they're gonna Agent of Treachery. Oh. They gain 3 life from that, or what? Yep, okay. Spikefield Hazard. Let's go for Torbran. Don't tell me you have another counterspell. You're an 80-card deck. They take 3 off the Roiling Vortex. Moonblessed Cleric, okay. Probably gonna go find Leyline Binding. Yep. I'm gonna block. I think. Up the beanstalk, sure. Leyline Binding, so let's go ahead and get you for 3. So they have to take Torbran, right? Yes. Alright, I just need to top deck a burn spell. Any burn spell, even a Spikefield Hazard. Interminable Annoyance goes and finds. Skyclave Apparition. Can I find a burn spell, please? Get lost. Okay, I think I'll wait until their end step and get rid of Leyline Binding. Yeah, sure. I'll do that, I guess. Another interminable annoyance. Gets the Gargaroth? Oh, wait. Okay. Can I top deck any burn spell? Spikefield Hazard would do it. Any burn spell, literally. No. And now they can start cloning Gargaroths, and I lose. Man, that was sad. They can start cloning Elder Gargaroths, they attack, they gain 6 life. There's no beating that. Oh, man. That was sad. Gigantha is the companion, so... This often means Convoke. It could mean Heroic. It could mean a number of things, I guess. Is this hand good against those? I guess it is. It's got 2 removal spells. It's got 1 that gains life, so I guess it's a keep. Okay, yep, it's the Heroic deck. So we might be a little too late. Okay. Let's go ahead and just lightning strike that thing. Another Hoplite. Okay, they missed their land drop though, so I think we Sacred Fire that one. Tenth District Legionnaire. So now, do we play our creature or do we just kill the Legionnaire, is a question. I think against them, you have to just kill every creature of theirs you can, while they don't have the protection spell. Next question is, do I play Roiling Vortex? I think I do. Because they are on a mana confluence, and I have this lifelinker. They're just exploring. Monstrous Rage is the reveal, okay? Another Roiling Vortex. So I think what I'll do is I'll disguise this guy. And then I'll play my Roiling Vortex. Yikes. Because I can flip this guy, exile the Swift Spear, and gain 4 life. Assuming they don't have some kind of a hexproof spell, which they very well could. Let's hope they tap out. They shock. Ancestral Anger, yep. I mean, it's possible they kill us right here. We'll see. I actually can exile both of their Swift Spears. Sacred Fire. So it's going to cost 4, 5, 6. Let's play this on white. Exile you and you. Where they're just cycling to draw a card. All right, we got them both. Got them down to 3. We actually have them dead unless they kill us this turn. Okay. Got game 1 against Heroic. Game 2. So we just want every possible cheap way we can kill their creatures. I don't know if Brotherhood's End is good enough. Damping Sphere also isn't bad against them. I'm going to try Brotherhood's End and some Damping Sphere. And we can cut some of our Enhanced Burn stuff. Maybe a dragon. Actually, we also want to get their graveyard. I think that's better than Damping Sphere. Get all those buffs out of their graveyard. A lot of their stuff puts counters on their creatures, though. So, like, the creatures very quickly grow out of range of Brotherhood's End. That's the problem. The Vindicator was sweet there. Maybe we cut a couple of Roiling Vortex. Since we're on the draw, they are an extremely aggro deck, so it's a little scary. We'll go down to 2 Roiling Vortex. How's it going, Beej Kiki? So we're on a 1-lander. Yeah, we can't keep this. Opponent mulled to 6. Awesome. We'll see. I've lost to this deck so many times. Not with this particular build, but with other decks that I play. It's a really annoying deck. It's a very good deck. That's why it was in the finals of the most recent Pro Tour. This I'll keep. And I think Torbran is a little too much to ask for, probably. Could bottom a land, too. It's tough. I think I'll bottom Torbran. Keep 3 lands. Okay, they just play a tap land turn 1. That's good. Soulscar Mage. Well, I mean, I'll go for a removal spell, so they need something that buffs it, which they have myriad different ones. Yep, Indestructible, Scry 1. Well, at least that's a buff they're not using to inflict more damage. So they're getting in for 5 here. Yeah, this is the kind of draw that they usually get. They only have 2 cards in hand. I think I'll go for the Helix. Okay. So next turn, Sacred Fire plus Spikefield hopefully will be enough to kill the other Swift Spear. Dreadhorde Arcanist. Well, that is a threat that I have to deal with. Is it, though? It lets them play their Ancestral Anger over and over. So I guess it is. Alright. Yep, we're going all in on taking out the Arcanist. They have 1 card in hand. Another Arcanist. Get lost. I think I'll Roiling Vortex. Crazy as that sounds. And pre-combat, I'll get lost the Dreadhorde. Is that better than letting them explore? I guess I'll just do it now. They only have 1 card. Defiance Strike. I don't know. I'm beginning to have mixed feelings about Get Lost. They pick up Gigantha. I just draw land. The thing about it that's good is that it can hit enchantments, but it's like it can be a draw 2 so often. They're shocking. For Gigantha, okay. Sacred Fire. Yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty bad. Doesn't do much. They explore and get an Illuminator Virtuoso. Defiance Strike. Attack for 10 with their companion. I'm not sure what gets us out of this. Don't know if there's anything. Okay, certainly not another Sacred Fire. Yeah, see those creatures, they get so big. Plus Gigantha just being the free guy. Okay. Let's get our dragon back in. Let's get Hearst number 3. Let's get Settle. Let's lose the Roiling Vortexes. Maybe get Chandra's? Am I really gonna get to 6 mana? I mean, I'm on the play. They are additional sweepers. Should I get to 6 mana, so I guess they come in. Nah, that's too much. That's too much. Maybe a little more burn enhancements. And we're really going to tap out on 3 to just play a Mechanized Warfare? Maybe. This is a couple of the small burn spells. Lose 1 Mazemind. Alright, well, this hand looks reasonable. We do have an unlicensed hearse, which is good. We got a couple of removal spells. The question is, do I lead on Spikefield Hazard? I think I lead on Spikefield Hazard, because it doesn't kill any of their stuff. Alright. Let's play Unlicensed Hearse. Soul Scar. Sacred Foundry. We're not shocking. Let's go for a lightning strike now. Lauren's escape. They shock. Illuminator Virtuoso. Let's eat their graveyard. Alright, what to do here? I could go Axel. I could just play in Heartflame Duelist. And Sacred Fire. But then I'm kind of wasting one of my burn spells. Certainly playing that on red. Yeah, I think I like Heartflame Duelist. Says I don't want to get... I'll play the Heartflame Duelist. Try to Sacred Fire the Virtuoso. Okay, it dies. I gain 4 life. Perfect. They didn't have it, fortunately. I mean, they always could have any myriad of 1 mana white protection spells, which is what makes that deck so dangerous and annoying. Defiant Strike. I think I'll just eat their graveyard. So if they have another Ancestral Anger, it won't do anything. More Defiant Strikes. So we're taking 8? 7. Well, we did gain some life, so that's good. Sokenzan. Non-combat damage. These aren't the ones that can flash back. I can Ojer crew the hearse attack for 6. Well, I want to get this down. The question is, do I want to attack with the hearse or save it to either graveyard? They have 4 cards in hand. That could represent a lot of damage. Or possibly crew it, block, and ether graveyard during combat. They just scoop. Okay. I thought that was an interesting match. Opponent disagreed, I guess. I guess they didn't have anything. That's too bad. Would have been fun to play out the end of that. Alright, we're against Falcon Hawk Crow. We're going to be on the play. With a very extremely expensive hand of cards and no burn spells, so I think that's a mulligan. Opponent also mulliganed. This is fine. I think I'll bottom a dragon. Probably a dragon. Alright, so it could be Rakdos. Okay, let's go with Mazemind. I think I want to save my Mazemind to draw cards. And not scry. Dimir. Deduce. So they could just be control. I think while they're tapped out, I'll burn them a little bit. I'm guessing they're just control. So let's play this on white. Play my Heartflame Duelist. And get it fatal pushed undoubtedly. Yep. Let's draw a card. Another Mazemind. Let's go for another Mazemind. Negate. Okay. Sure. Yeah, easy to see that coming. Cling to Dust. So they're Dimir control. Jace Vryn's Prodigy. Let's try to kill that. Confounding Riddle. Alright, let's actually scry. Roiling Vortex is beautiful. Let's kill Jace. Cast Roiling Vortex. Here go. Cling to dust, so they're going to gain life while they can. Oh, they just drew a card. They didn't gain life. Okay. Restless Bivouac. Let's play our Bivouac. Play Solphim. They don't have enough mana to counter it. Take 2 off the Vortex. Shieldred's Edict, okay. Play with fire. That's a 3/3. Let's go with our Heartflame Duelist. Deduce. Let's burn your face. Lightning Strike, I love it. Let's draw a card. Do I get in with the Bivouac? Sure, why not? Let's whack him. Put a 2/2, a 1/1 counter on myself. Torrential Gearhulk. Can eat one of my guys, okay. And then can Shieldred's Edict one of them as well. So they're going to take 5 damage from playing that for free. I love Roiling Vortex. Okay. I'll sack my Bivouac. Now the question is, do I burn them with my Lightning Helix, or do I kill their Torrential Gearhulk? I can kill their Gearhulk and gain 3 life. I think I probably do that. That virtually guarantees that I will win the race. They're deducing. Dropping another deduce. Cracking their clue. They're looking. They're digging deep. They scoop. Alright. Roiling Vortex is very good against control. So we want... they scoop the match. Come on. Come on, Dimir Control, you can do better than that. Alright, we have a match against Mguala. Will be on the play. I have no trouble finding matches in Explorer either. It's not that, it's just like Magic viewers in general. They don't seem to like Explorer very much. I've got excellent cards in my hand. Kahira. So it could be blue-white control. It could be actual elementals. I think I have to mulligan this, unfortunately. Although I have many, many very good cards. It's a one-lander. I mull into another one-lander. Well, I think I'll keep this, because I do have a Play with Fire that maybe can scry me into another land. I'll bottom this dragon. But that's unfortunate to have to draw 2 one-landers in a row in a 24-land deck. Sunken Citadel on blue. Okay, so they could be some kind of like... Let's bottom that. Land, please? Thank you. I guess I'm shocking to play Roiling Vortex. Not ideal, but I do have Sacred Fire and a Mazemind Tome. So they're an 8-field deck. Everyone loves playing these decks now that this card is legal. On my draw step. Okay. Got my only planes. And I'm gonna go for my Mazemind Tome. Try to scry for land. Alright. We'll bottom that. We'll scry on our upkeep. This is why I like Mazemind more than Reckoner Bankbuster. Alright, yeah. Let's see if we can kill them before we get all of our lands ponzed. I mean, they can just field whatever we do, so let's leave that on top. See if we can bluff them out. Yep. Haha, I didn't want that card. Have a mountain. I guess I'm just casting. Okay. I'm just gonna cast a 3/1. Since I can. Big brain activities. Haha. Sucker. Yeah. This Mazemind Tome is 4 life for me. We'll see if I ever get to have even 3 lands in play at a time. Oh, wow. Alright, they don't have another field, so let's scry for a land. Another lightning strike? I think I'll bottom that. Okay. Let's attack. the Wandering Emperor. Is going to minus. Alright, I think we'll shut down their life gain. We lose our Duelist. We'll shock. Kill their Emperor, gain a couple of life. Teferi. So they're just blue-eye control, but with Kahira because it's free. Yeah, let's scry and gain 4 life. Sacred Fire. I don't know. I probably just want more land, right? We got burn spells. Land is good. They have 6 cards in hand. They can bounce my Roiling Vortex with Teferi. Which is a bit of an issue. Memory Deluge. Okay, let's just try to bolt him. They're doing this main phase. Spikefield Hazard. I probably want this as a land. That way I can cast 2 mana spells and pay for No More Lies, which they must have 1 or more of in their hand at this point. Now my problem is they can -3 to tuck the Roiling Vortex. Just gonna make a big shark. March of Otherworldly Light. Alright, let's burn your face. Now, this is the part where I don't know if I can come back from this. They have an active Teferi. He's going to be ultimating shortly. I have no pressure, no Roiling Vortex. Another Memory Deluge. discarding to hand size here. So I feel like I can safely scoop if I don't draw something spectacular. Okay. Yeah, we can scoop this. So control's tough. Control's very tough. Chandra, Get Lost, Redain. Roiling Vortex is very good against them. This can only exile creatures, right? Yeah. It's kind of Vindicator. It's just too easy for them to counter this really expensive stuff. They might be boarding out some of their sweepers. Cut a couple of the burn spells, like the couple of Sacred Fires. Oh, I don't know if I brought in my third Get Lost. I really should have if I didn't. Sure. We've got Roiling Vortex, so yeah, we'll keep this. We got Redain. Play our tap land. Alright, let's play Vortex. I would love to get down Redain, but it's just gonna get countered. I'll just try to burn them on their end step. See if I can bait out the counter spell. They play it on their land on white. Okay. Let's try to burn you. It works. Okay. Play it on red. Go for the Duelist. Temporary lockdown. Okay. Let's go for a Redain. Burn you. Land is good. I could try to field their Sunken Citadel. But I think at end step I want to try to go for double burns. Burn you. Veto, okay. Burn you. Another Redain. Burn you. I'm not going to play my Duelist. So if they want to sweep to kill Redain, they'll have to just kill Redain. Otawara. Burn you. Deluge. Veto. Alright. Let's Redain. Just need to keep drawing burn spells. Get lost. Play my Duelist. Let's explore. And let's explore. Mazemind Tome. Let's leave that on top. The Wandering Emperor. Makes it 2/2. Deduce. Sure. Makes another 2/2. Alright, let's just draw a burn spell, shall we? Burn you. Do you have the counter? You have 2 cards in hand. Yes. Okay. Blue-white control. I probably should have... Maybe I should have bottomed the Mazemind. Chandra Awakened Inferno would also win the game. A lot of good draws here. I'll just take this, I guess. I mean, I actually probably should just block, because my dude doesn't really make much difference. Alright. Draw a card. Roiling Vortex. Oh, I tapped my mana all wrong. I didn't leave a white up for Redain. Just getting impatient. That's bad. Memory Deluge. I could lose. I could lose because of that. I can pay for a No More Lies. They could have, like, March of Otherworldly Light, though. Yeah, that was a big mistake. I should be able to cast Redain here, too. They do have the March. I also should have probably played my second Mazemind. Ugh. Did I mention I hate blue-white control? Alright, we'll block. Lightning Strike you. Gonna flash back another. They're looking for the counter here. Flashback Memory Deluge. Yep. They need Dovin's Veto. And they find it. Alright. So, do I Redain? I can draw a card. Can I draw another burn spell, please? No. Let's Redain. Just die, please. So they have to deal with Redain. Verdict. No, just a Teferi. So they have to tuck Redain if they don't have the answer. And they're just drawing a card. Alright. I draw a land. I'm going to begin by drawing a card. In case I get a hasty creature or something. No. Okay, let's attack with Redain. Ganjo. Okay. Play a land. Mazemind. Draw a card. Get lost. Get lost on temporary lockdown? Oh, I could have waited. I mean, if I wait, though, they get all their mana back. They have 2 additional cards. Shark Typhoon. They make a 2/2. No, I wanted to... Yeah, I wanted to do it on my turn so that they take the ping. Oh my goodness. They found it, so get lost, giving them the 2 explore tokens. Yep, I think I messed up. There was a turn when I could have kept up mana for Redain while I was using my Mazemind. I think that was the critical mistake, because I could have had... They were at 2 life for the longest time. I could have had a Redain on the battlefield during that sequence, and I think I would have got it, but too bad. I don't know. Get lost, I think, is not... I have very mixed feelings about it. We're against Cream 957. And this is a great hand. We have our Vortex, we have burn spells. This is what we're looking for. They don't have Kahira, so they're probably not blue-white control. Just Rakdos. No play so far, okay. Let's go ahead and drop our Vortex. Grixis. Fable. Another Vortex. I'm just gonna pass and, of course, kill the Shaman, because you have to. Because otherwise you lose. They get to fix their hand. They discard Render Inert. Remove up to 5 counters from target permanent. Okay, they're doing something funky. I think I'm just going to Heartflame slash the Shaman. Temple of the Dragon Queen. Nicol Bolas the Ravager revealed. Alright, Nikki B. I can discard a Sacred Fire because I can always play it again later. More Roiling Vortices. Pretty unfortunate to miss land there. Do I want to play number 2? I don't know. I guess if I can draw land, I can kill Nicol Bolas. Hopefully in response to them trying to flip it. Of course, they have this Kiki Jiki I have to deal with as well. Look at the top 2 cards of target opponent's library. Okay. So they have a Decadent Dragon. What are they doing with Render Inert? Mazemind Tome. Scratch to the bottom. I could use the Mazemind Tome. I could really use a land. That's a tapped land. Alright. So I just have to kill this. Because you cannot ever let that live. Blue. So there's some kind of dragon deck? Looks like they're dragons. Maniform Hellkite. When you cast a non-creature spell, create an XX dragon with flying and haste. Okay. Well, we're gonna lose this, I think. But we have good sideboard cards. Um, I guess I'll just pass. I need to leave up double Helix. We really haven't drawn any of our burn enhancement effects tonight. Well, I guess I'm burning Bolos. If they have a counterspell, I'm pretty screwed. It's just a 4/4 whenever it attacks created treasure. Another Helix. Helix does gain me 6 life. Is there any chance we can outrace? We'll see. Gonna take 14. We're gonna be at 14. Facing down 10. Alright, you cannot gain life. Shocks a watery grave. Expensive tastes, okay. Spikefield Hazard targeting my dude. Okay. Helix you and gain 6. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now they just do have enough damage to kill me here. Man, that sucks. Alright, well we got good sideboard against them. Redain hits like everything in their deck. Settle the Wreckage. Anything else? Maybe a third Get Lost. Yeah, that sounds fine. The Gold Dragons, I mean, they trade. I think they're better than my rinky-dink burn spells, which don't kill anything without my enhancers. Where are my enhancers? I think we do want the Roiling Vortex. Settle the Wreckage, Get Lost. I'll cut one dragon. They're not going to get through. The best they do is like trade for one of my opponent's dragons, which is good, but that's what our other removal's for. Yeah, I think it's the two damage burns. A couple of those and one. I like the Vindicator because it can potentially exile a couple of dragons. One Mazemind. We stumbled on mana early, that was a problem. We have no sideboard cards, but we do have good cards, so I think I'll keep this. Alright. I think I'll play this tap land. So now my lightning strikes will kill a 4/4. Need to not get thought seized. Okay. They also could have counter spells, I guess. Duelist. Alright, we get down Mechanized Warfare. That's good. A 2/2. I think I'll just pass. We get hit for 2. Another disguised creature. Alright, let's go ahead and burn their face for 4. Oops. Didn't need to tap 4 mana there. Lightning Helix. Alright, let's play our Duelist. Play a land. And we can win this race with the Duelist and our Lightning Helix. And our Mechanized Warfare. We can gain a ton of life. Fatal Push. Alright, let's bolt your face and gain 3. Now they don't have any dragons this game. What's going on? What are those disguised creatures? Another Heartflame Duelist. Okay, I'll just pass. Render inert. Okay, they're just cycling. Bolt your face for 4. Again, over tapping. Settle the Wreckage. Alright, let's play our Duelist. Fatal Push. Let's Lightning Helix you and gain 6. Alright, we're 1 bolt or Helix away from lethal. Den of the Bugbear. They cycle again. Why do they have that card in their deck? Render inert. Another disguise, okay. Can I draw a bolt? Mazemind Tome. If they attack with Den, I'll settle. Probably just take this. Another controller. That creature deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. Okay. So is that what they all are? Alright, I guess I'm settling. Yep. Looks like they all are those things. Okay. So they look like a sideboard juke kind of deck. Or another creature? Wow. Okay, so they're gonna do 9 to me, right? Yeah. Did they trigger twice? What? They each triggered twice. Or another creature you control. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I had no idea that card was a thing, so there you go. Apparently they do, yeah. That is pretty nutty. Okay. Final match here against McBangles. We're going to be on the play. No companion. That's good news. GLHF opponents. And it looks like we've got a decent draw, too, so we can keep this. I'm going to go tap land turn 1. Alright. Don't like to see that as our first play, opponent's first play. Drop our Mazemind. And I'm going to use this to draw cards. I don't need to scry at this point. They top their Consider. Okay, so looks like Phoenix. Yep, this is tough game 1. Alright. So I could go for Rem, or I could go for Mechanized Warfare. I think at this point I will scry. What are we looking at for next turn? I would like a land. Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna go for Rem. I don't know if they have a 1 mana 3 damage spell. They could. Instant. Don't you need 3 spells for Fiery Impulse, or am I wrong? Lightning Axe. Okay. They discarded Island. Well, I'm glad Lightning Axe got the axe. It was used against Rem and not against Axel. Let's play Axel. Is it Charm? Draw 2 and then discard 2. They discard an Arclight Phoenix. They just pass. Go for another Scry. Torbran? I think I like Torbran. Another Lightning Axe on Axel. But we still have our Torbran. That's pretty chunky. I think I'll try to draw with my last 2 Mazemind counter activations. Alright, they have 1 Phoenix in the yard so far. Treasure Cruise. Somehow legal in Pioneer. So the Ancestral Recall into another Lava Axe. Yep. So there's 1 Phoenix. Field of Ruin. I'll go for Mechanized Warfare. This will allow us to get back Axel next turn. if we want to. I'm just going to draw with the Mazemind this turn. Ledger Shredder. Sure, that's fine. I can still kill the Ledger Shredder with a Lightning Strike. Alright, let's draw a card. Mazemind Tome. Lightning Helix. I mean, Axel's a 4/4, which is good. His enhancement ability makes everything do 5 damage, which is also pretty good. So, I guess it's worth it. Sure, let's burn your face. Get back our Axel. They haven't successfully found their phoenixes or lands, which is a little strange. They've binned a bunch of lands. Treasure Cruise. See, that's the card that just wins in the game, is Treasure Cruise. I think they play 4 copies, the Phoenix decks these days. Yeah. And they do have a second Phoenix now. And they found a Lightning Axe off their incredible card draw. Okay. Oh, they have 2 more Phoenixes? Alright, we're gonna scry just to gain some life, and because we have a second tome. I think we're gonna bottom tome number 3. Sokenzan. Yeah, we're kind of dying here. 9, 10, 11, 12. We're actually dead on their next turn. 2 flyers. So I think I play this. I think I play Mazemind Tome. Let's pass. So if we double bolt, we are going to, of course, let the Ledger Shredder connive. This is 9 damage we're taking. Let's go ahead and scry. I don't know what we could possibly find. Land is certainly not it. We take 7. Temporal Trespass. Okay. So we are a dog in that match. Game 1, no doubts. We do have a good sideboard. Curses, Damping Spheres. Settle the Wreckage. That's a lot of stuff to bring in. Problem is, like, our stuff is all good. Let's cut down on this stuff. So we've got a little bit in the way of burn boost. The Vindicators, I like the Vindicators because they can exile stuff. Probably cut 1 since I'm bringing in all this reactive stuff. Do I want Get Lost? I think 2 Get Lost is good. I think we want Roiling Vortex. I cut Ojer. Cut a Mazemind. I do want a couple of Get Lost to deal with Ledger Shredders that grow out of bolt range. Do I really need all the Settle the Wreckages and the Hearses? That's a question. Actually, probably don't need Settle the Wreckage if I'm gonna go with the Hearses. I don't need both. I'll put in 1. So I think we need to be disciplined and mull for sideboard cards. Well, we have a Damping Sphere and a Roiling Vortex, so that's a keep. We have double tap lands to start with, though, which sucks. I guess I'll play that to start. Drawing an untapped land would be great. Oh, I still have an upkeep stop set. And that's unfortunate. Alright, now we just need to draw lands, period. Ledger Shredder. Alright, let's go for Damping Sphere. Hopefully they won't be able to cast 2 spells, and I'll be able to kill Ledger Shredder with a Helix. They already have a Phoenix in the yard. Phew. Okay. They did not cast another spell. Let's kill that Ledger Shredder. Where are my Chalice of the Voids? Alright. This is Pioneer. I would love to draw like an unlicensed hearse. Because they will eventually, like Otawara, this Damping Sphere. Not drawing lands, not drawing further sideboard cards is unfortunate. Well, let's get the Roiling Vortexes going. Spell Pierce. A Braid. Another Ledger Shredder. Get lost. Oh, man. Really sucks not drawing lands. I mean, I think I just have to kill the Ledger Shredder before it grows. Now they can just go off and get their Phoenix and Treasure Cruise. Temporal Trespass? Oh, they're just hardcasting a Phoenix. Okay. I guess they don't have a very stormy hand at the moment. Can I draw a land, please? No. I guess it's another Damping Sphere. They could Spell Pierce it again. That would be very unfortunate. Another Spell Pierce? Okay, the opt. Good. They can go off through a Damping Sphere. Because Treasure Cruise is always going to cost 1 mana. So they can go, you know, opt, 2 mana Consider, 1 mana Treasure Cruise. Treasure Cruise always costs 1. Yep. Sleight of hand. Treasure Cruise. Wow, they didn't have the 3rd spell. Okay. Well, that's good for us. Tap land. Well, we'll take it. Unfortunately, because of our damping sphere, we can't like Spikefield Hazard and Sacred Fire. But land number 4 is pretty important. They have Galvanic Iteration. Alright, I'm gonna kill their bird. Negates, okay. I really need to draw an unlicensed hearse, because like every turn that goes by that I don't, it gets very, very sketchy. Lightning Strike. I mean, we came here to play Vortex, so if we lose, we're gonna lose playing Vortex. We have no clock, so we have a Torbran in hand. Theoretically, this could be good. We have a ton of ways to gain life. Our deck is designed to operate under Vortex. Alright, let's bolt the bird. Another counterspell? No, they're just milling. Okay. Yeah, they have a bunch of silly 1/3 flyers they can play. Another Abrade. Well, let's see if Torbran can help out. That doesn't mean their pings are for 3. They only have 1 card in hand. Which is... It's amazing that we're still, in some way, possibly in this game still. Like, we're just unbelievably lucky. But that's gonna end. And of course they have the Lightning Axe. And they just fire up the hall. And we're dead to the hall. I cannot get Lost It because I don't have enough mana to pay the ward. Well, that sucks. We really needed to draw land a lot sooner than we did. And probably needed to draw more than 1 piece of hate as well. I mean, we eventually drew Damping Sphere number 2, but... Roiling Burn for Pioneer. This is the 3rd iteration that I played on my stream. I played many other versions in different formats. And Lightning Helix is awesome. That I will say. I love this card. I think it's fantastic in this deck. I'm still convinced that this deck can work in some form. I think it needs more early game interaction. So the big problems are like decks that get out a wide board early. You can deal with that with adding more like play with fires. The other big problem is stuff that has like 4 or more toughness. And we've got the Get Lost for that, which I'm kind of the mind to just replace with like, what's that spell? Absence. Conspicuous Absence, the 2-mana one that kills a creature and gives them a clue token. I kind of think that that's just a better card than Get Lost overall. And then we need to have better plan against the meta. Yeah, we need to cut down on some of our high-end stuff for more early game stuff. We can't have all these 4 and 5 drops. You know, maybe we need to load up on more 3-mana enhancers, like more Mechanized Warfare. Cut down on the 4 and 5 mana drops. Aurelia's Vindicator, in the one time where we did draw it and use it, was really awesome. But just more ways to interact in the early game. Better removal than Get Lost. Conspicuous Absent. Fateful Absence. I think that's the card. Fateful Absence. And then, if you're playing Pioneer, you need to be ready for Phoenix in your sideboard, and that means having 4 pieces of Graveyard Hate, at least. If you're playing white, you probably just want to have Rest in Peace. The reason why I'm not running it in this list is because I am running the Sacred Fires, but I don't think it's worth it to. I think it's better to have the Rest in Peace rather than hope that I'll draw 6 mana and be able to recycle my fires. I think you need 4 pieces of Graveyard Hate. You need 4 Damping Spheres. Because Damping Sphere hits Phoenix and it hits Lotus Field as well. And a lot of people are playing Phoenix. Yeah, I would say 4 Rest in Pieces in place of the Unlicensed Hearse. Cut one other card from the sideboard, you know. Yeah, I think the deck is really fun, and I'll probably will tweak it and play it again. I think the concept is good. The idea of like putting your opponent under a Roiling Vortex and gaining life while they can't and just racing them. I think it's a sound premise and it could work. It's just a matter of getting the build right for the meta. Yeah, I like the Mazemind Tomes. I always feel like any deck that doesn't have blue should play this card. Or Reckoner Bankbuster. I feel like there could be a 4th one, actually. And we did run into mana trouble a couple games, which is really sad, because there are 24 lands in the deck. That should really be sufficient to fuel our early and mid game. I don't think you want to cut back on that, not even when we shave like some of the 4 and 5 drops. Anyway, I love Lightning Helix. I think the idea for this deck is sound. It could be improved with a little tweaking to better suit the meta, particularly in the sideboard. But other than that, I think it's great. Lightning Helix is awesome. Aurelia's Vindicator I thought was really cool when we used it. It was super effective. And Heartflame Duelist, I just really like this card. Even the 3-mana, Lightning Strike is good enough in a lot of cases. And being able to double up the life gain on your Lightning Helixes and Sacred Fires is sweet. Anyway, that's going to do it for this iteration of Roiling Burn. I hope you enjoyed it, utilizing the Murders at Karlov Manor cards. If you did enjoy it and you like off-meta, off-kilter MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I hope to see you in the next one. Have a good night.